Good morning, students. I hope all of you are studying very nicely. So welcome to today's online class. So see, students, you have to take care of your health. You have to take care of your near and dear ones, because you are actually grown up enough, isn't it? So, and also you must remember one thing, and that is as soon as the school opens, we are going to start the regular classes. But till then you have to keep concentrating with whatever we are giving online. Okay, so make use of the material that we are providing in YouTube, and watch the full videos, try to understand fully and write everything in your copy. Okay, so let us start then. So today we will discuss Euclid's 5 postulates. Euclid's 5 postulates. Euclid's 5 postulates. Okay. So Euclid's 5 postulates. So postulate 1. Postulate 1 let us discuss. Postulate 1. What does postulate 1 say? A straight line may be drawn. A straight line may be drawn from any one point to any other point. A straight line may be drawn from any one point to any other point. So a straight line may be drawn from any one point to any other point. So this postulate is saying that a straight line will be drawn from any one point to any other point. From this point, this is one point and this is another point. Okay. So these 2 points, a straight line can be drawn, isn't it? It's a common sense, isn't it? Some of this point is A and this point is B. To these 2 points we can draw one line. But here you can see that about the uniqueness, nothing is said here. Do you understand from this statement that whether one line can be drawn? A straight line can be drawn from any one point to any other point. But this does not say. But this statement is not explaining us whether there is one unique line or more than one line that can be drawn through 2 points. Through 2 points, obviously we can draw one line, isn't it? Suppose this is P and Q. 2 points is there. Only one. You can draw more than one line through 2 points. But here in this statement it is not said that way, isn't it? But Euclid, while explaining his works, he always used to mention about the unique line. Okay. Here you will find in your book also. Here it is said Euclid has frequently assumed without mentioning. That there is a unique line joining 2 distinct points. There is a unique line that is joining 2 distinct points. Okay. So again one axiom is given to us, which is explaining about the uniqueness of the line that is passing through 2 distinct points. Okay. And students, one thing you must be remembering: what are postulates? Do you remember once more? If we revise, if I ask you all, what are postulates? Postulates were the assumptions that were linked specifically to. Postulates are the assumptions that are linked specifically to what? Specifically to geometry. And axioms were the assumptions that were linked, that were not specifically linked to geometry but throughout mathematics. Okay, axioms can be used throughout mathematics in each and every field of mathematics, but postulates can be used only in geometry. Okay, so let us see one more. Then let us see axiom 5.1. Axiom 5.1. Given 2 distinct points, there is a passes through them. Given two distinct points, there is a unique line that passes through them. So now this is saying about the uniqueness of the line, students. This statement, you see axiom 5.1, this is saying about the uniqueness, isn't it? So given two distinct points A and B, there is a unique line that passes through them. No, unique line means only one unique line, only one line that is passing through the 2 points A and B. This statement, isn't it? Isn't it? Understood? So axiom 5.1, given two distinct points, there is a unique line that passes through them. This statement explains the uniqueness of the line. Okay, last one, postulate 1 did not explain, isn't it? Again, postulate 2, students. Postulate 2. What does postulate 2 say? Postulate 2 says that a terminated line can be produced indefinitely. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely. What is a terminated line, students? What is a terminated line? Terminated line is nothing but a line segment. The more commonly these days we say that this is a line segment, isn't it? Line segment, isn't it? So line is represented with an arrow on both sides, that is extending indefinitely on both sides, isn't it? But line segment is a limit from here to here. It is a particular limit, isn't it? So a terminated line can be produced indefinitely on both the directions. This side also we can produce it, and this side also we can produce it as much as we like. Okay. So a terminated line can be produced indefinitely on both the directions. Can you produce or not? Understood? Postulate 3. A circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. A circle can be drawn, students. A circle can be drawn. A circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. Can you draw it? Can you draw a circle with 5 cm radius? If radius is 5 cm, you can draw the circle or not? With this one as the center, with this point as the center, can you draw a circle whose radius is 5 cm? In another circle whose radius is 7 cm and any point as the center, this point as the center, can you draw one more circle whose radius is about 8 cm? We can draw, no? So that is what a circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. Any point at the center we can take, and any suitable radius we can take, and we can draw a circle. Okay? All right angles are equal to one another. 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 All the right angles are equal to one another. No matter how many right angles you are drawing, this one and again this one students, isn't it? Because all the right angles are equal to what? All the right angles are equal to 90 degrees. So all the right angles will be equal to one another, isn't it?